Hi dear students, welcome to business studies class. Today we are going to see the last bit of this chapter. So that is the principles of management. Within this we are going to see the Fayol's principles of management. Already we are going to see in that Taylor's principle. Okay, so Taylor's insists that 4 principle and Fayol insists that 14 principles. Okay, so Fayol principles of management, there are total 14 principles of management. In Taylor Principles of Management, he explained only the 4 principles along with 8 techniques. But in Fayol Principles of Management, he described only 14 principles. So there is a no technique because it is depend on general management, and Taylor's depend on scientific management. To define the scientific management principles, he defined 8 techniques. Okay, so for Fayol Principles of Management, these are the general techniques. Okay, so these are the general principles of management. So for the father of general principles of management is a Fayol, and father of scientific principles of management he is a Taylor. Okay, so there are total 14 so here is a total 14 principles list is here. Okay, so first one is division of work, next authority and responsibility, third one discipline, fourth one unity of command or you can call order, fifth one unity of direction, sixth one subordination of individual interest to general interest, seventh one remuneration of employees. What are next last 7, that is the centralization and decentralization, scalar chain, order, equity, stability of personnel, initiative and esprit de corps. These, so let's start with first 7 principles. Okay, so what the Fayol insists that first principle is division of work. Means what? Whole work should not be assigned to single person. Okay, what the Taylor is going to say, what the Fayol is going to say here, all work should not be assigned to single person because one person is not able to do all kind of work. So what you should do, it should be divided into small jobs. Means what are the work of any company or organization, it should be divided into small job, or you can call here divided into department according to the functions. Means suppose planning is there, you should divide into planning department, that is one small job. Production is there, you should divide in that department, that is another job. Okay, so all work of organization, it should be divided into small part, that is the division of work. Okay, so each job given to a single person according to capability of that person. Okay, so initially only we are seeing that one person it is not able to do all the work, so you should assign each job, means different job to different person, so according to the capability of person. So capability means what? According to the experience of that person, according to qualification of that person, you should assign work to that person. Means what? You should assign a engineering work to engineering person, you should assign work CA work to a financial work to CA person. Means according to the qualification you should assign a work. Okay, so next one, it helps in specialization. So what is a specialization? Already we are seeing, if one person is doing a repeated same job, he is going to become an expert within that job, so that is a specialization. If we are going to divide a work and assigning to a employees, so employee is going to become a specialization within a work due to the repetitive uh, uh, doing that of work. Okay, so it avoided duplication of work. Means what? It avoid duplication means already we are told to each employee what he have a work, which kind of we have a work, so no one going to interfere within each other work, so it avoid a duplication of work. So that is the importance of division of work. So what the next Fayol insists that authority and responsibility. So it is the second principles of general management. Okay, so authority means power to take a decision. Already all of you know authority means power to take a decision, any kind of decision regarding to your organization. So n number of persons are within an organization, otherwise you can take the example of levels of management, means lower level, middle level and top level management. These person have authority to take a decision according to their levels. Okay, so next, responsibility means duty or obligation to complete job on a time. Means what? Responsibility means what? It is a duty or obligation to complete a job on a time. So what that Fayol insists here, here should be balance between authority and responsibility. Means what? uh, Authority should not be increased. Suppose one person have a high authority rather than the responsibility, so what is going to happen? If the authority is more, that time misuse of power going to happen. Means he is going to do a fire on their employees, so such things are going to happen. So there should be a proper balance between authority and responsibility. Suppose if responsibility is more, that time no one, if there is no authority, okay, suppose any problem arises at that time, so that person it is not able to take a decision because he don't have authority, he have only responsibility. So what the Fayol insists that there should be proper balance between authority and responsibility. So what is the third one? That is a Fayol's general principle of management. That is the third one, that is a discipline. So what is a discipline? Obedience to rules and agreement for systematic working. So obedience means following the rules and agreement for systematic working. Then who is going to following these rules and regulation? Only employees? No, Fayol it is not going to say this for only employees. Fayol it is going to clearly tell that it required to all level of management. Means what? Rules and agreement should be all level of management also and employees also. Means what are the rules regulation of that organization, it should be followed by both level. Okay, so next, what is the result due to the discipline? If it is a proper discipline in the organization, it result in increase in efficiency. Okay, so means what? For suppose Fayol insists that discipline is not required only at subordinate, means it is not only for the employees, it should be required for all level of management to honor their commitment. Okay, so due to this discipline, systematic work can be done and improve the efficiency. So if it is discipline is not there, what is going to be happen? So there may be lot of confusion. Okay, so everyone is going to do themselves also, so duplication of work may be possible there, so wastage of resources may be there, otherwise delay in work going to be happen if there is a not proper discipline. Okay, so next, fourth one, Fayol principles of management, that is the unity of command or order. So what the Fayol insists here? According to this principle, one employee should have only a single boss. Means it is not possible, but what the single boss means here, the employee should have only a single boss for order taking and reporting. Okay, so in organization, each level of management, all they are a boss, no doubt within that. So we should give respect to them, no problem also. But for unity of command or for order taking, the employee should have only a single boss for order taking also and reporting also. If the two persons are giving a order to a single employee, so employee is going to get a confused. Okay, so that's why clearly Fayol insists that one person should have a single boss only, means for order taking and reporting. So if more than one boss, just I told, boss for employees there, employee is going to get a confused to do his work, and boss can get ego clashes. Okay, so suppose if the two bosses are there for one single employee, so both are given order to that employee, so that time employee going to get a confused, so which order should be listened first. Okay, suppose the employee is taken first boss, means employees did first boss order. Okay, so that time there may be ego clash between bosses also, that is going to be happen. Okay, so if one employees have a single boss, or there is a no confusion of work, he is going to taking order from that boss and he is going to reporting order to that boss only. So he Fayol insists clearly that unity of command should be there. Okay, so next one, unity of direction. So what is the unity of direction? Means what? One unit is equal to one plan. So in first principle we are seeing that there should be proper division of work should be there. Okay, so according to division, means according to division you should make a department, and according to department one plan should be there. Okay, means that one unit you can call unit or department, so is equal to one plan. Okay, so effort of all employees of organization must be directed in one direction, so each department should have one plan and one head. Okay, so all employees effort for organization must be in single direction, means each employee should give their best for organization only rather than their personal benefits, means they should go for a single direction according to the order of manager. They should follow the things, that is the unity of direction. Okay, so for to maintain the unity of direction, Fayol insists that there should be clearly for each department one head should be there. Okay, so what he is going to tell employee means unit of that head, otherwise you can call the employees of that unit should be follow the order of that head. Okay, so if the unity of direction is not there, so there may be possible of wastage of resources or a lack of coordination between manager and employees may be there. So proper unity of direction should be there for each department, one head should be there. Okay, so next one, that is the subordination of individual interest into general interest. Okay, so what the Fayol insists here, interest of organization must be different from employees interest. Okay, so what is the interest, or you can call here goal? So interest of organization, that is to make a profit. Okay, so any organization running for profit only. Okay, so interest of organization is a profit, must be different from employees interest. So what are the employees interest here? Employees interest may be he should have a good salary, otherwise a higher post. These are the interest of employees. So this total different. If the interest of organization it is different, interest of employees it is different. Okay, so what the Fayol insists here, effort of all employees of what the Fayol insists here, both the interest, that is the interest of organization and interest of employees also, both the interest should be same means what, what are the result or benefit of both, means what suppose employees doing their best for the organization. Okay, so that is the interest of employee, so that is the result in good profit. Okay, so if the both the interest are same, that is the benefit to the organization. Suppose you can take an example here, so company want more profit and employee want more salary. So for that what they should do, employees give their best. So if the manager is going to tell, if employee is going to give their best, they are going to share their profit. If these things are going to happen, so that time a result means we can earn both interest of employees also and interest of organization also. Okay, so if the positive effect of these things is going to be happen, so there may be proper coordination and we can achieve the organizational goal also and personal goal also. And what is the last one, that is the remuneration of employees. So what is the remuneration means, you can call here bonus or extra payment or salary also. So every employee get a fair wage, means what, according to this principle Fayol insists that every employee should get a fair wage. Fair wage means according to his ability, experience, qualification. So according to that you should give a fair wage to that person, or you can call employees. But at the same time it should be within the paying capacity of company, means company should be able to pay that much of salary to that person. Okay, suppose the company is not able to pay that much of salary, so that is not a fair remuneration. Okay, so fair remuneration result in good relationship between organization and employees. If the proper salary is there, so it should be maintained good relation or coordination between employees and managers. So if it is not there, suppose fair remuneration is not there, the company is not going to give a proper salary to their employees, so what is going to happen, there may be turnover of employees may be there, means what, employees are going to leave your organization and that is affected to your organization. So Fayol clearly insists that there should be fair remuneration of employees. Okay, so these are is centralization and decentralization. This concept will be going to be detailed in staffing process and organizing process. Okay, so here just clear the concept, what is a centralization and decentralization. Centralization means decision authority is with a single person, means what, if any decision regarding your organization it is going to taken by a single person only, that organization known as a centralized organization. Basically it is suitable for small organization because only one manager can able to handle all the activities of that organization, so he is going to take any decision regarding with that organization known as a centralization. Okay, so decentralization means decision authority is distributed among more than one person. Okay, so for it is suitable for big organization. In big organization number of works also large. Okay, so one single person not able to handle all the activities of organization. Hence what are the decision authority means regarding any problem, any content, if decision is going to taken, it taken by different person, not by single person. So for it taken by more than one person, that is a decentralization. Basically decision authority is transfer from higher level management, middle level management and lower level management. Means they are making a criteria of management level, and these management are going to take a decision regarding the organization. Okay, next one, that is a scalar chain, most important bit. Okay, scalar chain means line of authority superior from highest level to lower rank. Means what? It is a line of transfer of authority from higher level to the lower level, or sometimes you can call transfer of information from lower level authority to higher level or higher level to lower level. Means you should not skip any step there. Okay, so according to the ranking process of management, you should pass any information, otherwise you should communicate with your higher level management. So you should follow the chain there, otherwise you should follow the rank of level of management. Okay, so within that most important bit is that is a gangplank. Okay, so what is a gangplank? Direct contact or communication between employees working at a same level of authority known as a gangplank. It is a permissible only at emergency case. What the Fayol says here, see in this diagram the concept of scalar chain and gangplank, it is clearly explained. Okay, so what this diagram explain, scalar chain means what? Suppose D and G both are a same level of management, C and F both are a same level of management, B and E both are a same level of management, and A is a higher level of management. They comes under the middle level, CF comes under the middle level, and DG comes under the lower level of management. If any message is going to pass to your manager, otherwise lower level of manager, suppose message it is going to be passed from D to A. Okay, so D should follow the scalar chain. Means D should pass a message to C should pass message to B should pass message to A. Suppose any information it is going to pass by the higher level of management to the lower level, that time also higher level management should be pass a message of my message to E should pass message to F, and F should pass message to G. Means this is a scalar chain. Suppose in emergency case any message it is going to pass in emergency case, that is a very important thing. So that time scalar chain take a more time to pass a message, but if it is going to take a time, that times it is a loss to business. So that's why we are going to follow the gangplank. Gangplank means what? Passing a message directly with the same level of management. See here in this diagram, D and G are a same level of management. Suppose in emergency case any message it is going to pass, that time D and G can communicate with each other to pass a message. Same B and E both are at a same level of management. Suppose any emergency case any message want to pass to the different means different you can call different department. So that time B and E can be directly communicate with each other without following the scalar chain, because scalar chain going to take a time. Okay, so next is order. So order means here not a command, but orderly arrangement of man and machineries. If all planning is over, that time organization things comes under, that time your man and machineries should have a specific space or predefined space. Okay, so that is the order. Means what? Fayol says here there must be a fixed place for material and fixed place for employee, because to avoid the wastage of time. Means what are you are arranging machinery for your organization, otherwise you can call the computers, all these things should have their fixed place, and employees also have their fixed place or fixed chair, because it avoid the wastage of time. Okay, so it another one, it helps in smooth and systematic work. So also your order means proper arrangement of man and machineries, it helps to smooth and systematic work. Okay, so next one, that is the equity. Equity means kind or fair, just means fair or all equal treatment to your employees, means same treatment to all employees, means employees should you should not consider any position of that employees, you should not consider any language or gender, otherwise caste, you should not, means manager should not biased with their employees. Manager should treat to all employees equally, that is the equity. Okay, so same rule to all members. Same rule to means what are the rules regulation of your organization, it is there, no, that is the same rules for each and every employees. Means suppose a rule, it is anything rules regarding your management or regarding your policies, that should be same to all, it may be a manager, it may be employee, no matter. Okay, so if manager treat equally to all employees, the employees get satisfied and reduce that employees turnover. Suppose if the manager is doing a bias, okay, so one manager is treating one employee differently, another employee differently, so that time dissatisfaction employees get dissatisfied and will not contribute their maximum for your organization. So manager should equally to all employees, so it avoid the turnover of your employees, means employees are not going to leave your organization because they are going to satisfied with you. Okay, so next one, that is the stability of personnel. Stability of personnel means what? It means employees turnover should be minimized to maintain organizational efficiency. So means what? If the manager should do equal treatment to all employees, that time we can reduce the employees turnover. What is the employees turnover means what? Suppose employees are now not satisfied with your organization, that time they are going to leave your organization. Okay, so that is a leaving of employees, that is also affected for our organization. So that's why if means stability of personnel means employee should not leave your organization, that means minimize or maintain the turnover of employees. So if your turnover of employees are going to be happen, if new employees are joining to your organization, once again training to new employees take a lot of time to become a skillful to that employee. So you try to reduce the turnover of your employees, means you try to concentrate on employee should not leave your organization. Okay, so that is the stability of personnel. Means what? You should give the otherwise you should provide a job security to your employees. So to avoid the turnover of employees, you should give the job security to your employees and avoid a transparent rotation of employees. If um, frequently you are doing a transparent rotation of your employees from one place to another, from one work to another work, so that time that person or that employee become difficult to learn a new skill and settle down on new work. Okay, so it leads to wastage of resources and employees also not satisfied with that. So you try to avoid the transparent rotation of your employees. Next one, initiative. Initiative means taking a first step with the self motivation to give ideas and suggestion. Okay, so means what? Anybody, maybe manager is there, maybe employees is there, so employees also try to give the new suggestion regarding your work or regarding any managerial process or policy, means employees also take a first step to give the new idea. Okay, so that is the initiative. So manager should give opportunity to employees to share their ideas. Also it is a part of a manager, otherwise it is a responsibility of manager. Manager should give the opportunity, manager should ask to their employees about new ideas and suggestion. If manager is going to listen the new ideas and suggestion, it develop the cooperation between manager and employees. Okay, so it develops the job satisfaction among employees also and increase the efficiency also. If manager is going to listening of their employees, so employees are also satisfied and they give their best for your organization. Last one, that is spread the crops. I think for last year midterm this question is going to ask, okay, what are these 14 principles are there. Single means single principles is also going to be asked for your exam for 2 marks, so be prepared for it. Okay, so what is the spread the crops means? It means teamwork or team spirit. Spread the crop means teamwork or team spirit. So manager must try to bring confidence and unity among team or among your employees. Okay, so it is a work of manager to be bring a confidence about their work, to develop a skill. Okay, so among the employees it is the responsibility of manager. Okay, so team contribution is always greater than the individual contribution, all of you know. Okay, so if teamwork it is going to be do, it is a more efficient rather than the individual work, because different employees have different skills. If they are joining together, that is the result in best work rather than the individual work, that is the spread the crops. Okay, so here your what are the FOIL's principles of management 14 principles, it is completed. Okay, if you have any doubt please ask below. Thank you, bye bye, take care.